G'day folks, welcome to an OCC Queensland Daily Weather App today, the 25th of March 2023. My name's Chris Nitzo. This update brought to you by TownsvilleSheds.com, our major sponsor. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed-safe, accredited shed. Big trough system in the Coral Sea dominates the satellite image this morning. Look at that big convection around that northern Coral Sea. This is all from that low in the in New Caledonia that we've been watching as it tracks westwards. It weakened into a trough system. That trough system is now elongated and extended further to the northwest up through to the Arafura Sea and extends all the way back towards New Caledonia. Inside that trough system we have multiple little circulations. We have our main circulation up here, we have another circulation on the eastern edge of your screen, and we have another circulation up there in the Arafura Sea that's going to be developing over the next few days. So this trough system will eventually split, and we're going to see this part push away to the southeast. We're going to see this part weaken, but the weakening part of that trough tracks westwards and helps to provide a few showers up there for the Cape and far north Queensland as we go into early next week. And then this part develops into a low and tracks in a general westerly direction through the week next week very slowly, and we are watching that one for potential deepening and development. For more details on those systems, head over to our subscription service at join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au. Any of these two options here, this one or this one, will give you access to all of our weather videos and the comprehensive updates that we do with those. Right, this Arvo, there's only one real area of interest. It's going to be southeast Queensland. Our storm script here is telling us that there's likely to be some opportunities for some showers and thunderstorms in the southeast. They're going to be very hit and miss type activity, but we do see some extended area in here around southeast Queensland, extending to the coastline as well, but also extending northwards into southern central Queensland's interior region as well. Some opportunities there for some isolated showers and thunderstorms, maybe a bit more scattered closer to the border and on the Mexico side of the border. Looking at convective rainfall expectations today from the UK Met model, we can see some very isolated, very isolated shower activity potentially across the eastern seaboard. Notice here right in the tip of the tip and up through the Torres Strait, there's opportunities there for a bit of convection through the day, mostly through the morning and early afternoon. As we look out down to the southeast, we do start to see as we go to 1 p.m, 2 p.m, 3 p.m, 4 p.m, 5 p.m, 6 p.m, we do see that opportunity of convective rainfall thickening up here, pushing towards the coast, probably weakening as it gets to the coast, and then looking at that, there's some opportunities of nighttime convection further inland as well, and that convection tends to decay overnight or early in the morning as it also pushes towards the coastline. So quite clearly there, that appears to be the focus of attention of weather for the next 24 hours. Outside of that, as I mentioned, some very, very isolated showers in the northeast and central eastern escarpments and up through Cape York Peninsula and the Gulf country. Alrighty, so what do we got between now and tomorrow morning? We got quite a bit of rainfall activity down in the southeast just because of those showers and thunderstorms. Just remember, hit and miss. Just because it didn't happen in your backyard doesn't mean it didn't happen. So just be aware of that. Isolated convection possible in other parts of central and southern inland Queensland. We're talking more isolated shower activity. Look, there might be a lightning strike somewhere in there, but overall we're not too interested in that, and certainly not interested in it from a rainfall perspective. Any of the more significant rains happening down south. Notice here isolated shower activity through northeast Queensland, maybe an isolated shower through the eastern escarpments as well, and we do see some isolated shower activity through the Cape, becoming more scattered when we get up into the tippy tip and through the Torres Strait. Winds today, still a no-go for North Queensland, still a no-go for northern central Queensland. However, winds have become much calmer across southern and southern central Queensland to a certain extent as well, particularly inshore waters in southern central Queensland. The expectation is that this low and trough is still going to be mucking around out here tomorrow, so North Queensland winds still going to be out for tomorrow, but southern Queensland winds will be beautiful tomorrow. Just be aware maybe a bit of a sea breeze that comes in through the latter part of tomorrow into tomorrow afternoon, but outside of that, North Queensland still a no-go, unfortunately, especially in offshore waters because of that low and trough still mucking around out here for at least the next couple of days. As I mentioned early in the week, this low will die, and as it dies, it's going to push towards the coastline, and as it does that, it's going to start increasing some shower activity around that northeast coast as we push into later Monday and Tuesday and maybe even Wednesday. All right, have a good day. Don't forget, subscription service if you want more details. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.